Okay. Yeah, well, that's too loud. I don't know why that doesn't work. Yeah. Damn it. Into Sport, that's what I need. 5 apps. Okay. The camera decided not to work, so something wrong with that. But now I have a problem because that's 1 lap gone basically of tire warming. And we're basically on ultra cold tires right now. Okay. .28-degree tires. Holy. Okay. I do think something like broke pretty badly in here. Because the PC crashed a couple of times already. Let's hope that doesn't happen during the race. Yeah. One. Jeez. Already. Alright, they're doing softs. Probably should have done that, to be honest. Probably, but I might need to reuse these mediums later. I don't know how many tires we have. If it's 10, then it'll be fine. Yeah, I got 2 more laps to warm up, basically. At least this lap to warm up. It's already gone. I got 6 minutes. That is 4. Well, 3 laps basically. 4 if I get over final time. Should be okay. At least the quality is very long for these races. I have to check if the stream works and everything after this as well. Because the VSync of the game decided to die. Because I got 200 FPS, but the stream didn't work, and now the camera also decided to die. So, and the microphone also decided to die, so we all had a stroke. I'd be happy if I get like a 2 or 4 or something here. Not running a fully setup, so that makes it worse. I think I'm like at the very bottom of the split, so it's all good. Anyway. Well, it says 40, I think there's only 44 cars in it, so there's the non-long pit lane layout on Endurance. Oh no. Oh, there goes this lap. I got 2 more at least. Time is this, by the way, because I've never seen shadows like this on Spa. Evening. Just Scar's starting to become drivable. Scar is starting to become drivable. Very nice. Way too loud though, like the sound got reset and the graphics got reset, and I don't know why. I mean, there's still a lot of bugs they gotta fix here. But, oh. What just happened? It just tapped out. It looked like it tapped out. Peace. No, what the? No! How? There ain't no way. There ain't no way that. Okay, so I have 1 lap. So I'm barely gonna get over the line. Forgot that these championships have strict track limits. I really don't know why. It is absolutely awful. I don't know why they held on to it for this series of championship as well. These strict track limits, because they're not realistic and they're just awful. You get outside the track a millimeter, that's it, you're gone. Maybe we last anyway. We'll see. Oh, it feels kind of weird as well with this setup. Let us see. With weird, I mean not like undrivable or anything. It just feels weird. I don't know how to describe it. It works. It does what you want it to do. It does what you notice it, but it just feels weird. Slows down, doesn't lock up, turns quite nicely. It just feels weird. Okay, let's see. I got a terrible lap now. I think this is 5x driver rating, so I'm going to lose all of it. Let's go. The Spa is like one of the worst tracks that I'm not very good on Spa in general, so. Okay, no track limits this time. We'll work with it. Let's see, this is gonna have to be it. But I'm not gonna do a 202 anyway. But let's see. No, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Just as soon as I. You gotta be kidding me. That won't count. You gotta be kidding me. I'm going to go to settings and like change the sound as well, because it's way too loud. It's way too loud. Everything. Volume. Set to 20. Spotter. There is no spotter. 15. Yeah, why did that change as well? What? Right. I don't want any of this. Can I turn this on? Prevents customers during risky maneuvers. Is that an assist? I don't know. I don't even know. Okay. Okay, so I can close this. Exit here. Close this. Okay.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Okay, there's only 10 tires. What do I do? Do I start on the quali set? That'll probably be the easiest way to do it. It's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start on the quali set and then go to then switch on the first stop. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a bit of an advantage, but we'll see. Is it 2-stop? Yeah, it is 2-stop. Okay. Alright. Then, yeah, well, I don't have a camera, but, hold on. I'll be back in a second. Just turn the light off as well, because there's no camera. Because it crashed. What?
Formation lap has started.
Okay, I hope it works. Let's see. As long as the race works and I can do that, I'll be fine. Obviously, I just giga lost a lot of rating, but that's fine. Well, actually, I'm basically last, and the only guy that's behind me in terms of hypercar is behind me. So, yeah, hold on. Is there a reason why I'm so far back? Yes, because I don't want to die.
Green flag.
Yep. And watch this. Observe. Any crashes around the corner? No. Somehow everybody survived. Okay, let's get going. Hey yo, Toyota, what you doing? I don't know what my quality pace would have been because I did 3 practice laps, but I invalidated all of them, so I don't know what time they were. And then I invalidated all quali, so I have no idea what I'm actually doing right now. Because the strict track limits are genuinely terrible. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, mate, I cannot move further. Okay. It's a bit understeery, this setup. But it is an endurance setup, so... Oh, we have yellow already. About to have a dangerous rejoin, perhaps? No? Did gain a position. I mean, I'm basically wasting 2 tires with this approach, but it's 2 hours 24. You can't really go on one. I mean, you can theoretically go on one set to the end, but do I want that really? No. So, oh my god, what am I doing? Are you gonna switch to a new medium? Shit, what the hell? I've not driven this in like 2 months. They did win on Spa a couple times in the Genesis, so it'll come back. In the duration of this race, it'll come back. It will come back. Already 16th. But it is a hypercar race, so my goal, as always, for hypercars is top 10. LMP2, it's top 5. But here it's just top 10. We'll see the race pace and my race pace. And, I guess it would have been a valid strategy to... Well, not really. You can't really do that. Like switch 2 tires in the first stop, switch 2 tires in the second stop. That's probably another valid strategy. But yeah, maybe I'll do that as well. But then I have to keep the right sides on for the quali right sides on for quite a while. But like I found out on Spa, you can't do one side quali, one side fresh. Uh-oh. Made a mistake. I have the wrong window open. I can't see chat. On the next straight, I'm going to have to mouse over and... Problem is as well, there's like 0 pit stop variety in this race because it's exactly 2-stop. So, like basically on the lap. 480, 204? What the hell? Expected to be slower, to be honest. Expected 5s. Do the hypercars get faster on this track? I don't know. Probably going to get a lot of invalidations, a lot of track limits there as well. So we'll see. Hold on. Yes. Back up to the game. Uh-oh. I think I'm okay. Does feel quite wobbly right now, let's say. I just feel really slow right now. I am really slow, but it just feels much slower than before. I drove at Spa last time. Alpine. Alpine is coming. kidding me? Oh, what the hell? Where's the whole ass car park there? Okay, that Toyota's out. Oh, maybe because that Toyota. Oh, two pits already. Wow. But those two guys are out now because they basically they lose a stop. Right? If you pit any time that isn't lap 22, then you're basically out because you have to do an extra stop. If it's 22, 22, 22, maybe even 23 on one or two. Yeah. Fortunately, P16 again, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, battery's full the entire time, which is not good. Drain the damn battery, man. We're gonna go up one on the TC as well. Get rid of that wobbliness a little bit. One. Holy yeah, man! What's going on? Seriously, what is going on there? 202, 203. Okay. Massively off. Right now. That's S. Hamilton, okay. So that's like similar-ish pace guy to me. I know, I remember him. He always drives Ferrari. And he's always about my pace. If I can race him, then okay. But that Ferrari behind me, yeah, he's a good dude. He has got number 3. So I'm gonna have to let him go somehow. Because obviously, like, I'm just gonna waste his and my time. Pretty much. Please don't drive into me. Is he sponsored by Ray? That's a supermarket, lol. Looks like he's sponsored by the supermarket. I think. Sure though. Is this a 24-hour, like, full round-the-clock race? Maybe. 204, 202.
9205.57.
3. There's a lot of time I still gotta find. Especially in corners like here. There's a lot of time to be found. I mean, a lot. Just go wide a little bit. I just did not have any time to practice this week. I don't have any time on Sunday or tomorrow or Monday. What the fuck is this car, man? This never happened before. Never. I think I drove about 20 races in a Genesis on this track. And that happened to me like maybe twice. So I really have no clue what's happening right now. Why it's going around that badly. Because normally I never did that, so yeah, that's just fucked. That's just completely fucked. Okay, well. No, you've got to be kidding me, wait. What is this setup? I mean, it's the endurance setup. Shouldn't do this. And my rear tire's fucked. What's happening? What's the temperatures? 90. Well, they're not terrible. No idea what's going on. Oh. Can't get worse than this, I guess. Jesus. This is two guys that pitted, by the way. There was two guys that pitted. Did they have like a drive-through? What happened? Why are they ahead? It's like drive-through from the start. They're ahead of me there. That'd be weird. Oh my, what the fuck? Stiffer. Okay. Death, but not enough. I don't think anything but like P15 is going to be possible here, to be honest. Cars kind of look different as well. Like they're more squished than before. I don't know. I don't know what happened actually. There's something really weird that happened. with the game. Something reset itself randomly. Oh my god. That doesn't turn at all now. Normal.
Lap 2:05.25.
Come on. I'm slow as hell. I'm gonna get lapped 3 times, I think, in this race. Probably. As long as I keep this thing in one piece without damage, I think it'll still be okay. Just want to finally do all rounds of a championship for once. They had to start, obviously, in the 1 week where I do not have any time whatsoever. Oh, he did. Impact? Don't think he impacted. Don't think there was an impact, so we'll be right back. Mate! It's always funny, like, when you're trying to overtake a GT and then instead of, like, lifting a smidge, like, which is like half a tenth, basically, you're like, nope, I'm gonna stick my nose on the inside because why not? Oh my god, I'm on the grass. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, that's on me, kind of. But yeah. It was annoying as hell.
Lap 2:07.97.
That drive in the back of me? Yep. Okay. Should take both of them before the end of the thing. I mean, P1 the P5 have got P1's like gone. And the Alpine's DNF. Guy behind me is quick, but he's a lap down, so it doesn't matter. Hello, Damien. How do you doing? And maybe I can use it to get the trusted badge back as well. Because at this point, like, you can't get me out of S2. Unless I crash 15 times, I'm gonna get back to S2 every single time, right? So it's like, driver rank doesn't even matter anymore because I'm stuck, basically. But, got that trusted badge back, as it should be. And then, we'll see. There's no audience. I mean, I wasn't even gonna do this, but I was like, ugh. I have to do it today because I don't have any time otherwise for it, right? So I didn't really practice, and Spa's already one of my not so good tracks. I mean, I did win in the Genesis twice, but that's because everybody else died in the wet. But it's already a very slow track for me. So, yeah. Just gotta do it because I think, as far as I remember, this championship includes Qatar, and I'm just not gonna drive that. So, there's I think one drop round. So, yeah, that's the drop round. So I just Qatar, Coda, Portimao, and Paul Ricard. Nope. I mean, nobody drives Portimao anyway. It's like every time Portimao is in Hypercar or anything of that sort, there's just nobody in there. Yeah, basically, like, you can't get, I can't go further back. I was already 15th, but then car decided to die. So, yeah, we'll see. 2 hours and 40 seconds left in this race. Maybe there is going to be some more opportunity, even though, if you look at the map, then basically everybody is already completely gone. Like even P15 is all the way at the end of the straight already. So much time already lost. So there's like no way to make that up without them crashing. You know, it's impossible. Even if I did the same pace as a leader, it's basically not even possible to make that up. Especially when this happens. Which I think is P1 and P2, yeah. The guy's leaving pits all the time, isn't he? Leaving the pits every lap. I'm 3.6 seconds off the fastest lap. Yeah, that's should be like 1.5. But I don't know. Everything just feels weird right now. Probably, I mean, you probably shouldn't do a 2.4 hour race. It feels weird, but yeah, that's life. He's leaving the pits again. Look at that. He's leaving the pits every lap, basically. Yeah, there's about 25, 30 seconds to P7. That's what I can still work with, I guess, right? Like P1 to 6, they're gone. And even if I practiced, if I trained, they'd be gone anyway, right? They're always going to be gone. Bottle of gin in the boot. No. But I do have a bottle of gin to open when the orange guy dies. So, it's the small things in life, you know. But I'm about 30 seconds behind P7. Which does suck. But it's not the world, it's a couple of spins, couple of oopsies, and I got something. Yeah. And I would need, like, I would need nine deaths to meet my goal where I want to be. It's not gonna happen. I just lost an insane amount of time at the start. So, yeah. That's the thing about the Genesis. Like, it doesn't tend to understeer too much, but in that corner, it just like understeers like crazy. It's insane. It is crazy how much it understeers in that corner. Yeah, that P1 to 5, where it's sort of they're already lapping the GTs again, and then 7 to 13 are completely in a bulk together, and then 15, 16, 17, 18 are sort of all the way back here. But P7 is probably like 30 at least. At least it's probably 35 seconds ahead of me, at least. Because P16, who's probably 10 seconds, 20 seconds, no. I don't know. I just feel really slow as well, you know, it's like... This setup doesn't feel as nimble, as mobile as the car did when I did the other races. So, yeah. Oh, Koch is in trouble again. Going again. But yeah, like you see, I basically need people to have 2 accidents or like have damage. This guy's out. He's lost the wheel. Fortunate for him. Yeah, basically I need that to happen to 8 more people to move forward here. That Toyota maybe I can catch. It's ahead. Maybe I can have a go at that Toyota, right?
That time was a 2:04.20.
Not like this though. The guy's leaving pits again. He's leaving the pits every lap. Yeah, the setup's just like really stiff. Don't know. Pretty much. Maybe I should have tried the other one I have, but I was like, I'm gonna go for the safe one, because it is a 2.4-hour race after all. And finishing the race basically already guarantees you P15. But yeah. Two, 3, 7, yeah, he's getting away as well.
2:03.92.
was doing, what was I doing? 2:2.5 about, so quite a bit quicker than this. What I was doing last time. How's that yellow, man? 2 already, jeez. Yeah, it's a matter of confidence, you know, that extra second. But I feel like I can't do much more with this. It's very un-Genesis-like, you know. It's very stiff. It feels like it feels like I'm driving the Porsche, not the Genesis. Yeah. Such is life. I also don't know what that. I think that Toyota was one of the Toyotas that had a drive-through, maybe. So maybe he's. I don't know. 203. Is it the tires as well? Probably don't help, to say the least. Having the quality tires on certainly doesn't help. But yeah. Yeah, but look at that. My best first sector is 33.1. The fastest overall is a 32.9. So I'm only 0.2 off in the first sector. But then in the second sector, I just lose it all. Like here, I'm going pretty quickly. But then in this sector, just losing everything. 2 seconds off. Just in this sector already. Right? Like I'm there in sector 1. I have the pace in sector 1, but not the other 2 sectors. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. One sector wonder, I guess. Yeah, like I'm losing everything here and here. The breaking point is the white line, so I don't know what's so slow. I mean, I can do 2 falls forever, but it's not the point, is it? I don't really know how to get this thing going right now. I also don't have time to, like, after the race, try a different setup and see how that does. Didn't even have time to try setup, so I just, like, it's called endurance. Well, let's hope it's good for endurance. Guy's leaving the pits again. Damn. Guy's got to pit every lap. There's the Toyota. And that's a 20 seconds to ahead. Okay, my res damage now. That's neat. I know the Porsche just wanted to kiss me because he loves me, but I would have appreciated that if he did it at the end of the race instead of now. Yeah, look at how far P7 is behind P6. That's the massive divide, right, between the esports drivers and the casual drivers, right? The guys that are really good, and then the guys that are just like driving. And I could be P7 if I trained, you know, that's where I could be, right, with those guys, in the second group of people. Because there's also another big divide there as well between. Oh my god. I mean, these tires are coming off anyway, but Jesus. Go around the outside. Another big divide between those guys, but that's just traffic. I think I can race this Toyota. So it's at least something. Depends on his tire strategy. Of course. What the f- You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, this like setup is actual dog shit. Holy crap. Gotta get going. Come on, fast. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, you got rear damage, you know? Yeah, the setup's just not good. Normally these are really good, though. This is weird. Like for Le Mans, for everything, these are really, really good. But for Spa, this does not feel very nice. Oh well, such is life. Let's get it over with. I don't have time to sim race this week anyway, but for the points. Pass these again. It's like as soon as you try to beat a little bit of pace out of it, it just dies. So yeah. Undrivable. What are you doing, Genesis? This ain't you. Well, 12 seconds, gotta make those up again. Actually, it's probably gonna be 30 because it's gonna die again. Peugeot losing time. Maybe he's got damage. Probably not though. Nah, he's fine. He just spun or something. I don't think there's going to be 8 DNFs in the next 1 hour, 40 minutes, or 8 instances of heavy damage that requires repair. So, P15 is probably the best I can do here. Next week I can actually practice because I got time. So probably gonna be better. Maybe I can catch that Toyota though again. If it would have fuel saved a little bit, actually I can still make it 4 laps. 3.9, okay. If I fuel save a little bit, I can make it an extra lap, I think.
4.79.
I'm gonna do that. Doesn't matter at this point anyway. Let's go. Strict track limits are just hell. Absolute hell. Like, can't push the car because it's gonna die on me instantly the second I try and do something that isn't a 204. Jesus, these tires are screwed. I mean, it is Spa, so I also don't know what tire wear, if there is a multiplier or not. Probably not, though. Probably just genuine tire death. Lap 24 now. Neat. Saw the P2 on the side and was like, nope, not diving that. And there is Ashvili in the forward as of always. The problem about these championships is that they're a lot of the time they're not populated outside of this time slot. Right, like the one at 2 hours before this one, there were like 9 people. So there's always only one time slot that is actually people racing. And obviously these are really competitive guys because you need race control to do this. So I did not have any choice to basically do this one or die. And I do not have time though to prepare this week. Which ends in that. Yeah, maybe What the fuck these track limits, seriously. Yeah, maybe P15 is still on the cards. Maybe a 202 is as well. I doubt it. There's 9/10ths there. Oh, basically a second there. You know, done it before, so maybe I'll wake up. But with this setup, I don't know. Oh, right's pitting. A lot of guys are pitting. No fuel. You see? Did a little bit of lifting and I avoided the chaos. Now it is good as well that you don't pit in the same lap as everybody else, because there's a lot of pit chaos, right? You know, unsafe releases, the guy trying to get to his pit box while you're trying to get out. But unfortunately, most of these guys are pitting the same lap as me. Luckily, they'll be gone by the time I get in. That's okay. Do a big lift again, though. Because if I'd done a little bit of lifting every lap, then it would have been perfectly fine. Like just tiny mini lift. But now I've got to lift big time for 4 laps in a row. Because of this is the grid, basically. Like you use a little bit on the grid, so your first stint's always going to be a bit shorter. But gonna make it, because it's not like Le Mans where saving a lap's impossible. Here it's, you know, it's the second longest lap, but it's still only 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes 30. So it's like what, 5.5% per lap? Or 4% per lap only. Even less. Le Mans is 8. Well, Le Mans has a lot more straights, so. Beat stop. I reassigned the pit stop button now because it happened to me twice now that I accidentally disabled it, so I now decided to completely rebind my wheel. It's going to take a bit to get used to that. Oh, don't unsafe release, don't unsafe release. Those two guys have crashed into each other. That guy's going to get released in a second. Okay. Being pushed back. 15-degree tires, man. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is not good. That is not good. One guy is still out on another lap. Jeez. That guy was like properly saving. That guy's properly saving. Okay, that one's out now as well. Because I switched tires, so he's going to be a lot further ahead than 10 seconds. Blue flag. Oh my, no, what the fuck? No! You gotta be kidding me. What in the world? Didn't turn at all. I don't think I've ever had tires that. Oh god. I've never had tires that undrivable. Holy. Okay. GG. Hold on. How many laps does that go down? 3? Yeah, it's 3 laps down. Oh my god, this is awful. Doesn't matter. Repair! And I could sit it out, but honestly, I'm last anyway. It doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna go repair it. But like, holy, the car just went completely straight. Zero turning. And if I would have braked, then it would have done nothing either. Gee, that's insane. That is insane. Yeah. Our front tires were like 20 degrees. Like, it's insane how massive the difference between 20 and 50 degrees is. Okay. Oh, DNF. That's another one.
Lap 3.
7 more DNFs in 90 minutes. Because I can't even hope for damage now, because I'm too far back. Like, if somebody has damage and has to repair, then they're going to be ahead of me anyway because of this. Wait, 45 for that? I swear, the unmute damage model makes no sense, right? Like, sometimes you have a completely orange part, and like you have a completely orange front, but it's like, oh, okay, 28 seconds. I think it's the minimum. The minimum's like 20-something seconds. The minimum repair time that you have, like, even if you have just a tiny piece of contacts, is like 27 seconds is the minimum. But then the maximum is like 3 minutes. That's the maximum that it can go to, like 180 seconds. I've had that before on Le Mans. Don't think it goes higher than that. Oh, guy behind me is. Oh, he just stopped. Okay. 38 degrees. Difference is insane. Like, they turn with 38. Wow. Crazy. Alright. So I know cold tires are sketchy, but they shouldn't be that sketchy. Jeez. it does behave really weird. Like it understeers, 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 and suddenly it doesn't. I mean, I gotta say that the higher my rating is, the more I'm gonna lose. So I don't really care at this point. As long as I'm somewhere in S2, I'll be fine. For now. Next year, the plan is S3.
Lap 3, 11.04.
I didn't do 911, but I did 311. That was Boothby that did 911. Legendary clip though. Okay. Yeah, it's just like feels shite. It's insane. It's the 2012 Ferrari. Understeer and oversteer at the same time. In the same corner, rather. Oh. I see, there's Marbix. Can't hit him. YouTuber dude. Driven YouTuber dude. Can't be hitting him. In P6.
That time was a 2:06.87.
Omega slow. Let's go. The tires aren't quite there yet, but it's just still really slow. I'm gonna be nice to streamers. I don't want to end up on a list. Nope. I'm gonna ram this guy off the road. No. I mean, the amount of driver rating I'll lose won't be much because basically everybody ahead of me has a higher rank. And the only guy that's behind me in the hypercars is that Peugeot, and he never showed up. So basically everybody ahead has a better rank, but now there's a couple of guys behind me, like 18, 20, 21, 22, that had this is like undrivable. This is like Cadillac levels of undrivable. Holy shit. Oh my god. What is this setup, bruv? For reference, this is a car that, in the wet, in like I think 9 wet races, I've precisely dropped once. So it's not me or the car. For that matter. Thirdly, there is no prototype. Yes, 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 cheated. There is no prototype 2.4 hour series like LMP2 and LMP3 because then it would be ELMS and then you have P2, P3 and GT and I don't want that. That's worse. Apparently the Ferrari is pretty good on this track. Hey. The good thing is about this setup is that I can just delete it and then get a new one. Get a different one. Maybe that works. So 2.4 hour test session basically. Maybe there's something in it at some point. But obviously now the GTs are very spread out, so it's more difficult to get one consistent lap without traffic. You're welcome, by the way. I'm genuinely surprised by the endurance of that BMW behind me, who's doing really quick laps, but he's got no hopes of catching anything or anyone. Obviously, you can wait for DNFs. I mean, statistically, there's going to be like 2 more in the next 1 hour and 20 minutes. But don't bet on it. Might also be 0 for the DNFs. I mean, we're not even at half the race distance yet, so what can happen? Sure. GT3 leader. Crash into him real quick. Crash into me because I'm braking 50 meters earlier. Maybe. Maybe. But like I was saying, I can do this pace for forever. Provided the car doesn't like randomly die. But I don't see a way to do this quicker without the car dying. Probably like half a second in one corner that I'm currently like just randomly missing. It's not sector 1 though, that there I'm 2/10 off only. That's just skill issue. This is so fucking like, jeez, it's insane. It's insane. It's insane how random it is. It is insane.
Lap 2, 0, 8.54.
You cannot brake a millimeter later because the car's gone. Crazy. Could go one more lap if I'd saved a little bit because I have 17.9, but I can go that lap anyway. So. If the car would turn, there's a lot more time in these corners, obviously. Track limits, woo! I love track limits. They're my friend. Because they're always there for me. Waiting. No matter where I am, no matter what I do, track limits are always there waiting for me. You go find a friend that does that. Be there for you. Every corner, every lap, every moment. Somehow that's not yellow. It doesn't make sense. It don't make no sense. Seems to be a realistic time scale on this instead of 24-hour time scale. Kind of weird. Maybe it's like timed to last 6 hours, but then I don't know why it's 8 p.m. In game time. If it's a 2.4-hour series, you might want to like have every race go 24-hour time scale. Are you serious? Like, yes, I'm right behind him, and he's like, nope, I'm gonna switch sides. I'm gonna turn in, go to the other side of the track. Just sit in the middle of the road. Excellent.
That time was a 206.70.
6-7, eh? No, let's not talk about that. Like there's a lot of time in this part of the track, but the car doesn't turn enough to extract that time properly. At least for me. Because like there's literally a second lying around in there. Just can't do anything because it literally doesn't fucking turn. No, that's a hyper. That's like rear wing damage. Car destroyed. I think he impacted backwards. He's going again. See if he lost his rear wing, that's kaboom for him, and I'm past that guy. Lift a little bit now. $130. I mean, he's gotta go repair now.
Time 204.66.
He's screwed. Also, the only guy that lap mates off twice so far is the race leader. So, where's P2? Wait, P1 is like 50 seconds clear. P2. That is insane. Those are the kind of guys that even with like 10 years of sim racing instead of 2 on my side, I'd never catch. But it took me like 5 years to get good at Blitz, so maybe that's what it's going to take in the Ultimate as well. So yeah, halfway there. Okay, don't switch sides. Good. The worst track for that is Imola because like you're switching sides on the track basically every single time. Like here as well, you go from left side to right side. So if the GT doesn't see that and you're too close, then you basically kaboink. Okay, I think he's got his quality rear tires on now. Might do that as well. Slap on soft, see how they go. Basically, the lesson is, for all the tracks, medium is the race tire. You can do other tires, but it basically doesn't make a difference.
That time was a 204.57.
Slow as hell. it is Hypercar, and I am at the bottom of Split 1. That's where I belong in Hypercar, at the bottom of Split 1. In LP2, I'm like in the middle of Split 1, but in Hypercar, I'm at the bottom of Split 1. But see how much longer that guy's going to be in the pits for. Probably going to be quite a while. But that was like a proper rear impact with destroyed rear wing, so... He didn't lose a tire, I believe. Otherwise he would be much slower than this. Like going into the pits, he would have been much slower at that. But I do think that this car's basically completely ruined. Minute now in the pits. Damn. This guy's been in the pits for... Yeah, 2.5 minutes of repair time. Ouch. That is disgusting. Tens. Gonna lose those again because I'm gonna hit the McLaren straight in the corner, but yeah, there's like nothing I can do there except lift out. What the what are you? I mean, he has ABS. The thing is, the GT3s have ABS, so they can brake later, right? In some cases, and they're also like they're going slower, so they're going slower, and they have ABS, so they can brake at a later point in some corners. Yeesh! Wait, wasn't this guy P7 last time when it came around? Hey, he was. Carlos Potter got a lot of positions. I mean, that's the thing, I'm wait. Why am I P15? Somebody else DNF'd. How? Somebody did DNF. Because I was P16, now I'm P15. Okay, good for me. One more. Did say statistically there's going to be 2 DNFs, roughly. But we already have those 2. Well, one is the DNS, but one's the deceased Toyota that's now 90 seconds behind. So, yeah. Is that an Adidas stripe on top? Looks like it, but it's blue. So it's not real. It's just racing stripes. Ugh. And of course that curb has to be captive as well. Like if you get on it with both wheels, it just traps you. So, of course it has to be. Like this curb, it doesn't trap you. If you get on it, you're fine. But the other one traps you, and this car does as well. What the hell, man? P14 is 3 seconds behind me. Oof. The pain. Yeah. Let's see. But if there is a further 2 DNFs, then that's P13 and I'll take that in this kind of lobby with no practice. I'm basically just doing this race for the sake of doing the race. Idiot who... I think the majority of all lapping incidents, I'd say 70% of all lapping incidents can be solved with the GT3 slightly lifting. What the fuck, man? Why is it start locking up now? Jesus Christ. I have everything now. It doesn't turn. It understeers, it oversteers, locks up. What is this, an Aston Martin? Jesus.
Time 204.27.
I get the 30% can be avoided by the hypercar just lifting. Streamer! Take the escape road. Not really the escape road, but yeah, the way there, because that was too deep. Like, I would have made the corner, but then I would have stood in his way. I don't want that. Hello, Lego. Can't miss that guy. Like I said, the fixed setup on the Genesis is better than this one. It's kind of funny. I mean, you have a 50-50 chance of a setup making the car better or worse than the fixed setup. Unless it's the Vanwall, but you can't make that worse, and I don't think anybody's even has setups for that. I think Spa is generally one of my slowest tracks. It's probably pretty far at of the ones I drive. Probably I'm slower on. I mean, I haven't driven Barcelona much, so of course I'm slower on that. But I'm faster on freaking Sebring, which I don't like at all. I'm closer than this. I'm not even over the damn line, bro. Oh well. I can afford it. Yeah, it's sick. This is literally Cadillac performance. Just pushing the rear mid-corner and then understeering at the same time. It's getting dark now, eh? Looked like it got dark. That's brighter again. Ah! Doesn't turn, man. Jesus. Insane. So, I mean, it is running quite high wing as well, so it should turn more than this. Because normally, like, the less wing you have, the less downforce you have, the more understeer you're going to have, because obviously you don't have the downforce to push the car into the tarmac properly. I mean, it mostly does it at the rear, but Less wing means worse corner performance, of course. But this is running pretty high wing. It has terrible corner performance anyway. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I already know. I am pretty good at pacing different classes now, like knowing exactly when I'm gonna hit them. Pretty good at that now. But yeah, I just don't have pace. Or rather, I only have pace in specific setups that do a specific thing, which is basically 0 rear rotation, maximum front rotation. I mean, I'm not bothered by kicking the rear out a bit under acceleration. You can work the pedal with that, but the rear coming out mid-corner, that's like dead. Can't stand that. I want like, basically, I want infinite front rotation and 0 rear rotation. If that makes sense. This is how a car's supposed to be, really. But that's what you're never gonna get. Really. I'm also looking forward to the Ford because, like the Genesis and the LMP2, it's the Oreca chassis. So maybe the Ford is going to be a really nice car to drive as well. Because the other Oreca hypercar is the Alpine, which is pretty easy to drive, but it doesn't break. To me... Oh. Oh, yeah, well, that was the guy behind me, okay. Toyota. Nice thing about the Genesis is that if it does that, it can quite easily catch it normally. Right? It's like with the BMW and the Cadillac, which is why I don't like them. You're dead. You're just dead. Like I'd say, Genesis, Peugeot, Ferrari, Porsche, Toyota. Those are like drivable. In my style, I guess. But maybe Alpine's just whatever. The Aston drives nicely, but it's just awful on brakes. It's kind of like the opposite of the Alpine. Like the Aston just locks up instantly, all the time, on the front. Like you just lock the fronts like all the time with that car, which is gonna end up with square tires in no time. And I mean the Lambo is just a Lambo. It doesn't like curbs. It's a bit pointless. But yeah. 2023 Peugeot. I could have made the conscious decision of driving the 2023 Peugeot in this championship. That would have been funny. Maybe I should have. But yeah. But when it comes to a championship like this, for me, it's between the Genesis, the Peugeot, both Peugeots, Ferrari, and Porsche. this one's like the best middle ground between the Ferrari and the Porsche, I think, with a good setup. It's always darker in this corner than in the others. Kind of weird. They've got the light. They've got the lights on there. I mean, that's the problem. Is obviously what happens is if you don't feel like you're getting pace out of the car, you're going to start overdriving it. You're going to start pushing it too hard, and then you're going to get even slower. Because if you just overdrive a car, then obviously it's going to not react properly. It's going to do random stuff and not have any pace.
That time was a 2:04.05.
Well, not great, not terrible. Gonna hit him. I mean, I'm gonna hit him mid-corner. He'll lift and past. There we go. So P1 lapped me about half an hour ago, or longer actually, and P2 is just about behind me, and it's Brackenbury, who's pretty good. I mean, those are the kind of guys that could race if they were on 3 wheels. Everybody else, not so much. P9 and back, basically. That's my people. When it comes to hypercar. And split one. For now. I mean, it will stay that way, because once they actually fix the LMP2 tire bug, guess who's gonna try to finally become world class with the P2? Me. He's already ended up in the top 100 on leaderboards quite regularly with the LMP2. With the hypercar, I'm probably like 200, 300, something like that. So bad. But with the LMP2, I quite regularly already end up in the top 100. And I just want to make sure that that's permanent. That's my only goal anyway, just like have the pace to be in the top 100 every time. Everything else is a bonus.
2:04.15.
Five laps. The thing is, you have to open up the steering a lot earlier than I'm doing at the moment, but I just keep hitting the track limit if I open it up too early. One meter later, car dead. Wild. That's not really 1 meter, it's probably 5. It does say blue, but he's not getting close. This guy's P11 now. What's happening to him? So when I first lapped him, it was like P5. Then it was, last time I lapped him, it was P7, and now it's P11. Is it like, is it pit stops or something? Is it stops going down? Something of the sort. I mean, the guy behind me has one more lap anyway, so. There's also like 1 second, 1.1 all the time.
4.69.
69, yay. I mean, the best first sectors are 32.9, and mine is a 33.0. Oh my god. Outside track limits. So, like my first sector, I'm there on pace, which is quite surprising actually. I wouldn't expect that, but I just don't have any rotation in the second and third sectors to keep that going. Because the first sector has one corner basically, so the hairpin. So, yeah. Maybe I need more wing on the Genesis. Who knows? Maybe 12 isn't enough. Blue. Ah, Brackenbury's already here. Oh, he's pitting now though. Oh god, traffic jam. Mate! What are you doing? What is he thinking? That wasn't him, was it? Wait, did did Brackenbury push the Toyota? What just happened? The Toyota just cut across me. It's just going straight. What the hell? What the hell was that?
Lap 2, 18.35.
No friggin' sense. I ain't getting trusted badge with driving like that. Jesus. Because, I mean, the thing is, car contacts aren't really the issue. You can have a couple of car contacts here and there, and the problem is if you have wall contacts, then the game's like, bye-bye. That's kind of the issue, really. Because he fired me into the wall. You do not want to have wall contacts. Gee, man. What was that? I mean, I couldn't really go anywhere either. Like, what does he want me to do? Just stop on track? And Brackenbury's gonna crash into me if I stop. He was a second behind me. So if I just stand on the track and let the Toyota just like and watch the Toyota be stuck behind the two GTs, right? Then Brackenbury's gonna run into me because I'm like braking 50 meters early and he doesn't expect that. I mean, he's probably prepared for the traffic jam, but I'm basically just standing in his way. So, yeah, nothing I could have done there. Nothing. Okay. Like I was even trying to like just use that space so there's nobody. That I'm not in anybody's way, right? Because it's on the outside of the corner, and Toyota's going to be ahead. How much repair time does he have? I mean, he... Basically, if he's more than a minute behind me, and I don't repair... Repair, then... No, he's 14, okay. Good. Okay, 2 more laps. What is this? Death? P11? Wait, a P14? Oh, right. Does this guy have damage? What's he doing? Oh, he's going straight. I mean, he's a lap ahead, so... Whatever. I'll see. If he pits now for damage repair, then I don't think I'm going to repair my damage, because then I can maybe do that. Oh, drive through. Okay, that changes things now. Right as well is somewhere. 13, where is he? Must have been bus stop. 4 minutes 17, okay. Yeah, I think he just spun on bus stop. But the guy behind me has a drive-through now, so if I don't repair, then I think I'll be ahead with the 40-something seconds of fuel I need. Well, actually, I won't be, because he's only 25 behind. I'm gonna be stopped for a lot longer, but yeah, mind. Never mind that. Oh. What's Cole up to, though? He's bleeding time. Oh my god. What are you doing, car? Jesus. This is an Aston now. I mean, I'm just gonna stay on this and live it to the end. Jesus. Those guys are not going at full racing speed. They are not. Now right is again off. I mean, I might get P13 here if things don't go badly. Or if things go badly enough for everybody else. But I'm not going to lose rating, I think. Because there should be sufficient... I mean, right is one rank above, but I might not even lose rating for this. That's my goal. Like, I don't really care about gaining rating, I just don't want to lose it. If I get it, nice. If I don't, whatever, but losing rating is always not fun. Gotta be careful in corners like this, right? Because loading the damaged side like this, you're fine. But if you load the undamaged side, then bye-bye. Put in 71 laps of fuel. Right has to pit for damage, then we got him. Yep, he is in the pits. I'm gonna drive through. Party's gonna be ahead, I think. Oh shit.
Lap 2,
Well, luckily I have
18.62.
Gonna put in 80%. That should be enough, right? Because mono is 83, so. I mean, it does say that I only need 65%, so I may be overfueled by quite a lot, but we'll see. Party's gonna be past me anyway. Maybe? Yeah, it's gonna be past, of course. If I put in less fuel... Yeah, I could have put in less fuel and be ahead. Oh. Where is he? Oh, he's behind me. He's right behind me. He's right behind me. Question is, how much damage does he have? Now the thing is, though, he can do track limits again because he just served his track limit drive-through. So he's clean now, basically, and I'm not. So I have to be careful on track limits because I can't incur a further one because then that's a drive-through for me. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have been here if he wouldn't have gone a drive-through, so... Yeah, we're gonna have to rewatch what happened in that. I think it was that 46 or something. We're gonna have to rewatch that. But yeah, Wright is now on wets. So that is... bye-bye. But again, I'm not gaining much rating by being ahead of him. And Party as well, because he's 34th. That Ferrari that died at the beginning, that's going to be a big Oompa Loompa rating. But yeah. Trying to? Yeah, what are you flashing me for? You have all the space in the world, bro.
9.34.
Blue? Get a caddy? Caddy's coming? How am I gonna let that one go? That's the question. Uh-oh. Yeah, what are you yeah, okay. Flash me, I guess? How do I not... Yep. Yep, epic, epic. It's the GT leader as well, so I can't shove him out of the way. Ugh. No. Stay. Good boy. Oh! We can race this Toyota a little bit. Or not. We'll see. I think he did repair though. I think he did repair, so he's got an advantage that way.
9208.69.
Oh, he's dancing the boogie woogie though, and that's only him. That's his issue. So not my problem. That is his problem. Brackenbury's behind me 1.8 as well, so I have to line that up. Oh, hello. Four. should be okay until it's straight. Yeah, no, but I have a problem here. It's called just Toyota for me. Chill, bruv. Ugh.
Lap 2:05.27.
It's not like you're battling anybody. I am. Oh. Well, he is battling somebody. Not now, bruv. Not gonna let you go before the corner, mate. Yeah, come on. Have you considered getting closer? It's fun, huh? Don't do that. By the way, it is... See, I let them go. And I'm paying for it because the Toyota's not letting them go. He's just blocking them. And I lifted, and the Toyota didn't. I'm losing out because I did the right thing. Also remember, you don't actually have to lift unless they're like... Well, you don't have to lift at all really, but if you're 2/3, if they're 2/3 behind, if somebody's 2/3 behind you on blue flags, then you should lift out of it and at the end, which I did. Because like I'm not gonna lift half a second, I'm not saying. Nobody should do that because people are just gonna crash into it. But like I said earlier, when you can solve most problems by just a tiny little lift. Alright, like that 0.2 seconds when a hypercar's like 0.2 behind you, just a little bit of lift. The same with these as well, because you don't want to inconvenience other people, but you also don't want like to inconvenience yourself, right? You don't want to jump out of the way instantly. Wait, somebody else died. I'm P13 legit now. Okay, I can get a run on Toyota now. Hello! Do you like being flashed? This is called the inside. Wait, I knew that he's gonna go wide there. Oh, I'm gonna try. Hello. If I tried to put myself into that position there, he would have shoved me off the road. There ain't no question about it. I'm driving a damaged car, by the way. I don't think he has damage anymore. I think I'm perfect on fuel. Maybe he thinks I'm not. Yes, if it goes 68 laps, then I have exactly the correct amount of fuel. And everybody else overfueled. I mean, P11 is 1 lap ahead, but he's also got 62, so... Well... think I'm gonna dive you from 5/10 back. Why would he compromise his line when
Time was 8:2.06.
I'm half a second back? That does not make sense. No, I'm gonna get stuck, and he won't. Well, he might just. Yeah, he's gonna dive it. And the problem is as well that the GT switch sides there. You know, like the inside and then drift outside. So if you're trying to take him on the outside, yeah, you're gonna get killed because they're just gonna drift wide. GTs do not care if you're on their outside. They're just gonna shove you off the track because they're 400 kilos heavier than you are, and they will make use of that. So, yeah. Don't think I can get that Toyota again now. Ugh. It is a miracle that I am that close to him, because first he spiked himself on me and then he got a drive-through. Yeah. Weirdly enough, the car feels not only not bad, but right now it feels better to drive than when it wasn't damaged. Like earlier when it was like understeering like crazy. It does feel better now, which is a weird thing to say. It's like that Massa and Ferrari moment when he destroyed his front wing and they went quicker.
Time 2:09.74.
I have generally no clue how I'm even P13 with precisely 3 practice laps, all 3 of which I invalidated, and then having the game crash when I joined the race server. So yeah, okay. But could be worse. Could be P12, let's see. Unlikely though. Unlikely though. Please be nice. Nope. That's what I'm talking about. With the 0.2, 0.3 seconds behind you. Just a tiny lift. Oof, I'm gone. No issue. Alright, like he's losing 2/3/10. I'm losing 2/3/10. Because I have to take the weird inside line. But like this, you know, everybody's unhappy. Yeah. I mean, that's why because I knew that I'm gonna hit him exactly as the turn happens. So yeah. If only I had the same pace as race awareness. Maybe I'll get there. Okay. I mean, I am quicker than the Toyota, just less lucky right now.
6.64.
There is still 12 laps left. Or 11, depending on it's gonna go. Oh, B. George. Yeah, that guy's really good as well. So, oh my! You gotta be kidding me! You got to be kidding me, man! This is the one reason that's kind of keeping me away from doing championships more. is because the strict track limits are just cancerous. Like, just completely a cancer to the world. Same corner. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah! Fork. Man, I'll get close. I don't think I can quite make it. Just about. Understeer. Understeer. Yeah, I mean, without the deaths, you know, like Guzmán or Hamilton, I've raced those guys before. Sometimes they beat me, sometimes I beat them. I can race those guys. You gotta be kidding me, man! This is so bad. Seriously, this is like, what is this setup, man? Seriously, I have no idea what this is, but it is absolutely terrible.
210.41.
It is actually terrible. Alright. Well, not catching that. Especially with 5.5 on the track limits. Yeah. I mean, that's okay. But, yeah, the one thing that's sort of, that's why I don't do championships much, even though I want to do more. Like, the prototype and stuff, I'd love to do that, you know, just do more championships than daily races, but literally just strict track limits. That is the only reason. That is the one reason I say I do as little championships as I'm paying for, basically. Thank you. Because it is basically a massive element that takes away from the enjoyment, right? Because you've got regular, like you basically do the same thing as you take the same line as they would in real life, but what happens is, hey, you have a track limit, because the track limit's like the white line. Exactly like the white line. And in a lot of places, it's not the white line, it's a curb in reality. You know, like you have to stay on the curb, but here it's just like, oh, you stay on the white line or you're dead. So, yeah. But the good thing is now I know what setup not to use for Spa. And next time, well, depending on if I'm done by Sunday, I could try it again. But I don't know, because I have something very important to do that I have to finish until Sunday. And if I do finish it, I can do it again. If not, then rip. Better than nothing. Shouldn't lose. I don't think I'm going to lose rating for this, because I'm 13th and all the guys behind me are lower ranked. Qualifying, everybody ahead of me was higher. I don't think I'm going to lose rating for this. I'm not going to gain any, but shouldn't lose any either. Obviously, I'm in the bottom half, which is a bit of a downer. But yeah, unironically, feels more nimble and precise now than it did before in undamaged state. So that is funny. Hello, Lepo. I hit the same people in the same corners every time. Like, I hit Marbix in that one corner twice, and now Lepo here twice as well. stay inside, and then we're gonna go and be friends. Very nice. Very nice. Cost me some time, but there's 9 laps, and I am gaining on it. Did gain like 2 seconds already, or like 1 point. I did gain 1.3 seconds in 2 laps. So if I keep doing that, then I have to brake more towards the outside of the track rather than the inside. There, and I think I shouldn't die as much.
9204.76.
Yeah. I think I might be okay on the Porsche after Radeon, but I'm gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. Meow. Let's see. I mean, 3.5 is still quite a big number. What do you mean +1 fuel risk? I have 1 more lap. I'm fine. There is no fuel risk. That cost me a lot of time again. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna catch him, to be honest. Don't think I'm gonna catch him. It's only 7 laps, so I'd have to keep doing a second a lap, and the only reason I did a second a lap is because he got stuck. So, well, I mean the setup's going in the bin, but could have been worse. Could have probably been like P9 with a bit of practice. And you gotta be kidding! Like, you gotta be kidding me! It's insane. Oh, get in reverse. It's actually insane. It is actually insane. I mean, the tires are screwed now completely, as well.
215.68.
But Jesus. Is that a tire? On the track? Looks like there was a tire on the track there. Okay. Why not? Why not, I guess? But yeah, I mean, the setup's going in the bin. Jesus. Default setup's better than this. But, life lesson learned, P13 earned, and, yeah. Like, for example, the Fuji setup for the Genesis is like an absolute dream. You know, it's an absolute dream. It's perfect. You know, I would not change a thing. But this! It's like you got a 50-50 chance of it, like, does it fit your driving style, or is it completely undrivable? So obviously the point of this is like to set it up in the to bring out its biggest advantages, and sometimes that's not what is easiest to drive. See what is big time stuck, but yeah. Jesus. 7 laps.
Lap 2:05.86.
The tires are completely dead. The car's damaged, but it wants to go quicker. But when I break a meter later, it's dead. So, yeah. Pretty edgy. Oh, nice configuration. Oh, they switched places. Yeah. Was the Aston leading? The last 2 times I lapped them, the Aston was leading and the Ford was second. Now they switched around. Hello, Bumblebee. It's not a Chevrolet. I mean, there's a Corvette, but it's branded differently. I do applaud the Peugeot on his wet tires, though, for surviving.
Lap time was a 2:07.12.
It still goes, even with a 35% rear. It still goes, sort of. All right. Yeah, now there's not going to be any further DNFs. I mean, I hope not. Because if you DNF in the last 10 minutes of... Nobody deserves that. I mean, maybe if somebody, like, intent wreck you, then maybe they deserve that, but... Even then, it's, like, sketchy. I don't think anybody deserves to DNF in the last 10 minutes. The warning driver did gain a position. So he's P10 now. Last time I lapped him, he was in P11. Got P7 behind me. Where's P... Yeah, sure. P11. Yeah, like those are the kind of guys that could have raced. This guy, the guy that's in P7 behind me, I probably couldn't have raced him. Even if I practiced. Driving the Porsche, interesting. Yeah, it is pretty much like Ferrari, Peugeot, Porsche, BMW, Genesis. Those are kind of like the cars that you see the most. Toyota as well, because there's a new Toyota. But Toyotas are kind of rare. Obviously, Glickenhaus is sort of Vanwall, you never see those, but Alpines, Astons, Lamborghinis, they're also very rare. No, that is a tire. I think that is a tire right there at the exit of radial. What the heck? Just standing there. No, shouldn't it just roll down? So I think it's standing on its face, right? Like, or its like running surface. I don't know what you call it. But so 4 laps, bro, after this one. I mean, decent cardio session, I guess. Well, not really. Arm cardio, shoulder cardio at maximum. Alright. Even though big shoulders is what you want. Take a bit of Monday motivation on Friday. You don't work out to look better, you work out so you can biceps curl a 40-pound cake straight into your mouth. At least that's my goal. I want to look like I biceps curl 40-kilo cakes. That's just the Kyriakos Grizzly build, I guess. Alright, don't downshift. This is not an LMP2, it's third gear, not second. It's always the thing, because the LMP2 only has 6 gears. So, you basically never use first gear in hypercar, but you use it quite a bit in LMP2. I mean, you do use first gear in some corners on hypercar, like really slow ones. But you always like have to drive 1 gear higher than the LMP2 mostly. Yeah, you gotta be extremely careful there. GT switch sides. I mean, generally GTs are supposed to stay on the racing line, but if you're that close and you're already trying to make it, and then the guy's like, yeet. Could end in ouchies. I mean, the tires are surprisingly still okay. The car's not, but it does feel much better on rotation and turn-in than before, which is a wild thing to say. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I had to do it because it's only today or Sunday, and I don't have any time for anything right now. And however, if I do manage to be done prematurely, and I have 3 spare hours, then I'll do it again on Sunday. Because I think you have 2 attempts again. So, yeah, let's see. It would have been funnier if the Toyota didn't have enough fuel, but luckily for him, he does. Yellow. What's this? That's the Peugeot. No, Peugeot friend! Wait, does he have a wing or no? Would be funny if he didn't have one. because the wingless Peugeot is at Spa, Monza, and Le Mans. It is pretty competitive, pretty usable. But a lot of other tracks, it is not so much.
Lap 2, 0, 4.77.
I mean, it's still okay-ish. Despite a 30% rear tire, 34% on the front. Yeesh. Well, I do have to say though, I did make the correct choice to start on the quali set because, sure, I have 2 new tires that I never used, but if I would have burned that fresh set already, I think I would have had a problem. Yeah, that's another thing that sucks about 2.4 hours when you only get 10 tires. Because either you have to go all the way on one set, which doesn't work, or you have to at some point use quali tires. You have to like drive one side for 2.4 hours, or you use one side from quali, and then if you start the race on one side quali... Mate, what the fuck? Why do you stop in the middle of the corner? Are you kidding me? What is that? Can't just like stop in front of a guy when he's 2 meters behind you. It's fucking brake checking. Brazil livery. Well, normally it's the Rossi livery and the Red Bull livery that you have to be very careful of. Right, that's... You gotta treat those with special caution. Hi Bacon, how you doing? Welcome to the final lap of this race. I've done 67 of them. Now it's time for 68. How's it going? Yeah, that'll work. Just about barely. Hey, how's it going? GG. Well, that guy just drove away from everybody. Crazy. I think I have to... I mean, sure, sure, these tires are completely destroyed, but this is like BMW or Cadillac behavior. Jesus. Or LMP2 when it's badly configured. But yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy behavior from this car. That you would not expect. Is that like the Formula 1 livery, I think? Looks like it. I wouldn't put that on, to be honest. I don't think that's gonna give you good vibes. Oh boy. $25. Well, completely cooked. What is this? Alright, let's see if I can like watch it here or I have to go to the replay. I don't remember what lap was, but like 46, I think. Very nice racing. Yeah, pretty much. Tough. Better luck next time, yeah. GG. Alright. A lot of caddy. A lot of caddy. Interesting. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what it is with the caddy, but like it's I just like genuinely cannot drive it. I don't know. Okay, here I pit. Ah, well, I hit it perfectly. Okay, so this Toyota, right, is blocked by the GT3, and if we get past, we're right on it. There's two GTs ahead that are fighting. The BMW goes wide. I think that like the Toyota knows I'm there, right? So the Toyota and the BMW, they're both square. Like the Toyota's already moving towards me, right? Like he's moving over. Like I'm basically at the end. Like there's nothing I can do about this, right? This is 0% my fault. But then the BMW, right? He's either doesn't know that I'm there or doesn't care, and then the BMW goes to the inside, and then the Toyota doesn't have any space, and then he pushes the Toyota into me, and then obviously the Toyota that spikes himself on me, and gets pitted. Kaboink. I think it's on the BMW, to be honest. Like he just closed the door, because until here, I think the Toyota would have been fine. Like obviously, he was moving towards me, right? But he wouldn't have hit me. Here, you see, he's not next to me until the BMW touches him, and then he's right on me, and I'm already like on the curb here. Like I could have done nothing except like stop, and then obviously we have Brackenbury back here who would have just like clattered into me. Because look at the closing speed he had there. So yeah, could have probably been about here, like with these two guys, if I didn't like the first five, probably this guy as well. Don't have the pace in the hypercar. Don't have the pace. Did you leave the pits? Well, I was stuck in the pit. Since when you start from pits? Brother, the bind brake. Brother has the bind on the brake for quick chat. Probably, yeah. %3 air damage because of the hyper. Well, you're a hyper, and you're a Cadillac, so... I really don't know how the caddy drivers do it. I have no idea. I cannot drive that car. I don't know. Because, like... I drive mostly LMP2, right? And... Which is kind of funny, because when I'm streaming, I drive mostly hypercar. I gained rating for that shoddy performance. Holy balls. Yeah, way too many contacts, though. Ow, 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 ow. What is this race? Ow, 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 ow. Look at these guys are gold. Okay, so I could be here. Yeah, I raced this guy before. 2026. And this is like if I practice, this is where I'm gonna be. These guys are like just different world. Different world right there. Back to online. Wait, what does it say? Register. Oh, now it says registered. Okay. I have one attempt left. I'm not gonna sign up though. Should be okay. 4 races, 1 podium. What's the schedule, by the way? Fuji. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Nice. Oh, there's Qatar. So like, I'm gonna not do Qatar, of course. Maybe I'll do, but definitely gonna do them all. Might not do Barcelona, depending on how much I have time and how much I can practice. Because for Barcelona, I have to practice quite a lot. But yeah, I want to see that BMW, by the way, that in the like last lap. What happened there? That's another needless contact, basically. I'm never gonna get the trusted badge back. I mean, I will get it back quite easily if I just stay out of the wall. Let's see. I want to see that BMW again because that was like, what was he doing? I don't know what he was doing. Oh, that's still Let me see. Here is doing 113. 113. Now I'm gonna go back. See how much slower it was there. How much more I could have prevented that. $104. 140s. I was doing 30 kph. He was doing 30 slower. Maybe he had damage or something. I don't know, but he was like going really slowly there. Jeez. Oos. Okay, what do we have? I'm not gonna do another one, but just let me see what we have. Fuji. I'm gonna have to drive. I don't have time though. Did it? I would love to do it though. 26-1. BMW. Genesis. Yeah, I mean, Peugeot. It seems like the BMW is still a meta car on a lot of tracks, but I want to like it, but since the tire update, it's just been awful, honestly. It's just been awful. But yeah. No, maybe, no, yes, no, yes, maybe, no. Pretty easy at this point. Alright, I'm gonna have to figure out why the camera doesn't work. So, I'm gonna have to look into that. And, yeah. Like I said, if I have time on Sunday, I'll try it again. I'll do another attempt. Somehow I gained rating. I don't know how. It doesn't make sense, but I don't know why I'm S2 in the first place. But yeah, if I have time on Sunday, I'll do it again. Otherwise, I'll be back next Friday probably. So until then, have a good one. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.